Hi, this is Null Inquisitor with another review. This is the Nations of Théah. This is book 10, Cathay, the Jewel of the East. As you can notice, the cover is different because at the time of publication, Alderac Entertainment hopped in the D20 bandwagon, and they were trying to sell 7C as an hybrid game between D20 and a roll and keep system. So as you can see over here, you had the logo 7C, D20, and Alderac, of course. So it's kind of a bizarre hybrid. In that collection it was renamed Swashbuckling Adventure, but it was really the 7C line going on. A strange decision. They could have gone with 7C D20, and I think they would have made the art better. So, what is Cathay? Cathay is a country, is a nation based around China, Mongolia, Tibet, with a little bit of Japan and India in there. India because the Kung Fu or martial art really was born in India. So there is a little bit of philosophy and religion in there too. Basically, the nation of Théah is a nation that is beyond the wall of fire that divide Usura and the Crescent Empire. I'm going to show you a map of this. As you can see here, you have at the east a wall of fire that is dividing the country of Cathay. So in 7C you really have this division, and this nation is pretty much cut from the rest of Théah. So very few adventurers had been there and have stories to tell about it. So what's in the book? The book is divided in 4 chapters called 4 books. The first of the books is history and creation myth, religion, festivals, relation with other nations, cultures, great invention, entertainment. The Cathay is the Cathayan people are really into opera and music and literature. The second book is about important NPCs, such as the Celestial Empress, or the equivalent of the Chinese emperor. It's really the thinner chapter in the book. The third chapter, or the third book, is creating a Cathayan character, and the fourth book is about pretty much the rest. Pretty much about campaigning with a Cathayan character. There's also an appendix at the end, how to sound Cathayan or Chinese, how to create names for your characters, and how to create astrology signs for your character. So it's really different than others nation in Théah. So there is 7 kingdoms in Cathay. There is Kimal, Zaibei, Koryo, Hanhua, Lana, Tashnil, and the island of Tiakar. First, Kimal is like Tibet. If we look again on the map, and I will try not to put my finger in there. So Kimal at the top is like Tibet. So you see this big chain of mountain right there. They have the highest mountains in all the world, really like the Himalayas. So you have this geographical feature that is really prominent. The mount that is the highest is named Como Langma. So it's like Mount Everest. The ruler of this kingdom is called the High Lama, And the people up there live in the highest mountains in the world, so you nearly have to be born there to be able to breathe or to be able to function there. So the people up there are really really quiet people. They are meditating, they are vegetarian for the most part, and they have this incredible high spiritual leader in the High Lama. And they have this philosophy. They are looking for the golden soul. It's like a state of mind, a nirvana state of mind. And they are trying to reinforce the virtue and meditate to gain this golden soul. Then you have the kingdom of Xianbei, and I hope I pronounced that right. This is based around Mongolia. It is mainly grassy plains, really with fierce warriors riding some ponies, and their rulers is named the Khan. Then you have a small nation, a small country named Koryo. It's mainly a little territory covered in forest. 80-90% of it is covered in forest, and the people there are like xenophobic a little bit. They are quiet, they're shy, they don't meet your eyes when you meet them for the first time, and they all practice this martial art called Tiexiong Kun, and they're really able to defend themselves, but they're really shy, they're really quiet, like almost like the Japanese culture. Very polite, very distant, and their ruler is a king. Then you have the main kingdom in Cathay. Is named Hanwha. It's like mainland China, and the ruler is the Celestial Empress. You can see her on the cover here. So it's a young woman with this fierce facade, and all wrapped in golden cloth and some golden throne. The capital of Hanwha is Jingdu, and they say that this city is so huge, it's a metropolis in fact. It's so huge and so beautiful that it's surpassing Charus, the capital of Montaigne, in magnificence and sophistication. There is some Usuran influence in the architecture in there, and in the culture too. So people are a little bit pragmatic, but it's mainly like very influenced by China. So if you have more advanced knowledge of China, you can use that to emulate Hanwha in the right direction. And there is also at the east the Huoqian, the Wall of Fire, that I've previously mentioned. So this have this importance in the setting. I think you can see even the Wall of Fire from the highest towers in the capital of Jingdu. So you can go in the city full on Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You can really do some stories like that. Then another country would be kingdom. Named Lana. Lana is like a really small country, a really small kingdom. They nicknamed it the land of a million rice fields. So the ruler up there is a king also, and these people are like based around the agriculture, making crops. They're really artistic people. They write, they sing, they dance, they write poetry, theater. They're really impressive with the art. And since they are very close to the Crescent Empire, they have some influence in there. So maybe they are more passionate than all other Cathayan and more, I don't know, wise. Then you have the country of Tashnil. They have a ruler named Raj. I don't have ready information on my hand concerning the Tahsil, but they are at the southern part of Cathay. And then you have the island of Théah. The ruler is like named Tuaku. It's like a dictator. Funny thing, it's a paradise island, but this paradise island have the deadliest poisonous creature in all Cathay and maybe the world, and also they have like slave markets. So it's a thriving pirate nest in reality. So this nation is really hard to live in, and it's really a deadly part of this section of Théah. So for your Cathayan characters, this book is really great. You have some D20 rules here and there. You have a lot of stuff. In fact, most of the book is based around the character creation. So you have a lots of advantage, new feats for the D20 side of it. You have, for the roll and keep part of it, you have new skills. You have the acrobat skill, the feng shui shi, which is the Cathayan priest geomancer. You have the guailio, which is a bureaucrat, part courtier, part scholar, part civil servant. You have also the cow yao, which is like a healer, like a naturalist healer. So for your Cathayan character, you kind of like have two options here. You can create a character for a typical 7C game with this book. Typical Cathayan character that will cross the wall of fire for some reason and join a pirate crew or a musketeer crew, whatever. The other option would be to play a full campaign in Cathay with maybe some Westerners sometimes crossing the wall of fire in some ways, in some mystical ways. Since the wall of fire main goal is to cut Cathay from the world. I won't say how this wall of fire was created, but I will say one thing. The secret on how the wall of fire was created is found in this book. Funny anecdote, I had several Cathayan characters in my first campaign in 7C, 3 years before this book came out. I had one PC Cathayan and several NPC to flesh this character's story. And I created at the time 2 skills for them, a soft martial art and a hard martial art. And I'll let you guess what you can find in this book now. Maybe me being active on various 7C forums and displaying what I've created on my website at the time made it to this book. I don't know. We'll never know. But I'm pretty proud this worked out very like identical to this book. I practiced a little bit of martial art in my times, and you see the way we can see martial art as a soft and hard, or internal, external, this whole dichotomy between those two kinds of mindset made it through this book. You have also a new kind of sorcery for this book called Fu sorcery, and I really have a kick from this one. Playing a Fu sorcerer is really a cool concept. The Fu sorcerer is using trigrams or hexagram, which is really like the He King or I Ching divining heart of China or Asia. There is a lot of confusion in this chapter though. The term trigram and hexagrams are like, they seem like interchangeable. There seem to be a lot of typo in this, so I cannot tell you if it's trigram or hexagram. Basically one means 6 and the other 3. Each hexagram is it, really you have 6 bars, so it should be hexagram, but the word 3-gram keep coming and coming and coming, so very bad editing for this part of the book. The fourth book mentioned that not mentioned, but open up with a discussion about Oriental sensibility. It places you in the cultural viewpoint towards the eyes, in the eyes of a Cathayan characters, and they are trying to give you what a Cathayan character would feel like in a Westerner's environment, like the rest of Théah. And for the typical Cathayan, the peoples of Théah are rude, ungraceful, unelegant, dirty, in the sense of not taking bath every day, uneducated and simplistic. Just think about it. Just to read a normal paper in China, you have to know like 2,000 characters, and our alphabet have 24 letters. So the typical scholar will outshine a scholar from Théah any days. So these peoples are really, really intelligent and creative, and I could say the same thing for real life Chinese people, but I'm just talking about Cathayan here. I will not talk about real people here. So I wanted to be clear about that. So it's also talk about how this culture will affect your game if you're playing a Cathay character. Players characters or characters from Théah will not understand why you meditate every day, or why you're dancing slowly to refill your inner energy. They will not understand that. So overall, it's a really good book with some major typo error. It feels like a rush job at some point, but overall there is a lot of stuff here to create characters, and the right amount of Asian culture in there. So I recommend it, and this book maybe not tagged as book 10 of the Nations of Théah, but it really is. And this concludes my series on the Nations of Théah. I will pursue this effort by reviewing the secret societies that we found in Théah. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.